Rob Frazier here. Just wanted to drop a quick video, couple of tips. Call it 3 tips on dealing with that one person who always has something to say. Never mind the messy house. Got a little 19-month-old running around. He's away at the store right now. So, 3 tips on dealing with people who always got something to say. Now, this can be people you'd love to classify as haters, or this can be close family members who are concerned about what you're doing, or just anyone, somebody online, social media, a troll, just a normal person. Before I get into this, people in internet network affiliate marketing, it's so easy to call somebody a hater just because they disagree with you or because they share a different viewpoint. They see what you're doing as not real. Excuse me. You should get a real job, that kind of stuff. So there's that part, and because they share a different viewpoint, that doesn't necessarily make them a hater per se. But nonetheless, it is still sometimes a challenge to deal with those types of people and situations when they arise. One thing I've used to do in the past, I would always smile and nod and just kind of not engage that person. If that person is online, sometimes I will engage, but only for a limited time. And the only reason I engage is just to give that video or that post more edge rank so more people will see it. So, for example, somebody posts on my video, "That's stupid, whatever, blah, blah, blah." I'll go back and forth with them a little bit, but only for a little bit. I won't put too much of my energy into trying to convert or talk to this person, because the only real point of it is just to get comments on the video, which pushes it higher up in the rankings, which gets more people to see my video. So there's kind of like my ulterior motive there. But 3 things that have helped me. Like I said, in the past, I used to just smile and nod. Then I progressed to really fighting for my position. You don't understand, I'm going to do this anyway, whatever, blah, blah, blah. What I found when I hit that second phase, so the first phase is just smile and nod and ignore. The second phase that I progressed to was fighting that person. "Oh no, it's a scam. Oh no, a job's a scam. Blah, 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 blah. School's a scam. Blah, blah, blah." The whole typical verbal vomit that happens around this type of debate. So I went through that phase. And the third phase is simply owning it, which brings me to my first tip per se. When you really own it, it doesn't matter what the person says, and it really doesn't matter what you say. When you truly get it into your heart and you own what it is you're doing, it's not going to matter. And in some cases, it won't stop the hate, quote unquote, from coming, but it will greatly reduce its effects on you. So, for example, if you have that family member or somebody who always has something to say, when you own it, when you truly own it, this is what I'm doing, and it doesn't matter if you like it or not, because this is that period. There's no conversation, there's no debate, you can say whatever it is you want to say, but your gaze is fixed and it's not changing. And when you get to that point, those haters will start to actually respond to you differently. Those family members, whoever has that different viewpoint, will look at you different, and they will just know that that's not a conversation that is going to... And it's not like a win, like you have to win and they lose, or they win and you have to lose. It's just not a conversation that's not even, it's just not even a thing. Not even a thing. Just, it's not even a thing. I know I said that 3 times. But when you get to that point and you really own it, that person will just look at it, and it usually in person, but on social media, same deal. It won't even matter. It's not even going to register in your awareness, if that makes sense. So the first tip is owning it. And it takes a while to get there because in the beginning, you're fighting with your own personal belief. Is this really going to work? Is this what I really want to do? Am I 100% sold on what it is I'm doing? Which is a part of owning it. If you're not 100% sold on what it is you're doing, then you're going to be subject to the hate, quote unquote. And it's not even really hate, it's just people with different viewpoints. So if someone has a different viewpoint, oh, that's stupid, it'll stop you in your tracks. But if you're really sold and convinced into your heart of hearts that what you're doing is right, it's not going to matter to you at all. So the first tip, own it, period. And second tip is if you have to distance yourself from that person. Now, if you live with that person or if that person is really, really close to you, just create some space as best as you can. It's not a perfect world. It's not a perfect science. You're not always going to feel on top. But just create a little bit of space. Even if you live with that person, you're intimate with that person, it doesn't matter. Create a little bit of space and limit talking to that person about what it is you're doing. Because it goes back to yourself. It's an inside job. You have to really convince yourself first before you can really convince others and sell others. And that is sell others your product or sell others into your own vision. If you are not convicted and convinced that this is what I'm doing and this is my goals and this is how I'm going to get there, that's it. Period. If you don't have that, of course, it's going to be easy to sway what it is you're doing. That's why I tell people in the BizOp land, focus on what it is you're doing. Stop jumping from program to program to program, thinking it's the program. That reinforces your lack of conviction, because if you really felt that convicted in what it is you're doing, you're not going to jump ever. Period. End of story. So the first tip, own it. Sell yourself on it every single day. If other people are successful in what it is you're doing, then you know that it's not the opportunity that's not working. It's the person behind it. It's the vehicle. The person that can't drive on the highway, that cuts you off and is swerving. It's not the car, because you can get into that same car and drive correctly if you're not inebriated, but you get the point. Little metaphor there. First step, you got to own it. Second step, create some distance between the people who you feel have those different viewpoints. And the third tip is get around people who have the same mindset, who will support what it is you're doing. Even if it sounds crazy, and those people don't have to be in your particular niche or industry. You can get around other successful people. So, for example, in my personal case, I'm in internet, affiliate, network marketing, all three. They're each different too, by the way. I'm in all three, but I regularly associate with people who are successful in Airbnb, e-commerce, of course, network, affiliate, internet marketing, people who are marketing their own businesses, just people who have that mindset and will support you and will give you guidance, maybe, either directly or indirectly, or people who can mentor you, things like that. So it is vital that you plug into people or a network of success, because when you start feeling down, it's going to drag your whole thing down. And it slows down your momentum if you're doing it by yourself, and you can't do this thing by yourself. You have got to get around other people who are successful, have the same mindset, and will not drag you down. And it's all about, some people, I consider it all about energy. Some people call it something different. Get around like-minded people. But if you're exchanging energy, a conversation, going back and forth with people who are asking you antagonizing questions or just not understanding what it is you're doing, then again, it's time to limit those conversations and have more conversations, more energetic exchange with people who are more successful, or you can be at the same level, or maybe even not at your level, but still have the same mindset and are still going the same directions as you. So that being said, hopefully you got some value out of that. If you just come across me and you want to see what I'm doing specifically, that I have been doing online full-time for a while, the link is below the video. Like, comment, share. If you don't like it, let me know. Leave your comments in the description. Let me know what you do. What are some tips that you have found that work for you? I look forward to going back and forth with you. I will answer the messages at some point. Leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, subscribe to the channel.